Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Em and today we're filming another summer camp video. Today's video is going to be all about the application process for camp, how to get placed at a job fair, and what it's like heading to camp and just about everything in between. But first, if you have any other questions about camp that I haven't answered in this video or in my other videos, please send me a message on Instagram. I'll have my Instagram somewhere here. Or comment on this video because as my family and friends can confirm, all I talk about is camp and I could talk about it all day long. So please send me messages, don't feel bad at all. Anyway, let's get into the video. I have my reindeer mug here today and my straw because how pretty is it? It's so fun. Wait, you gotta look at this straw. Okay, let's talk about camp now. Okay, let's start from the very beginning of the application process. So to apply for summer camp, you need to fill in an online application and you can do that on Ccusa's website. Their intranet is called Footprints and you'll find all the forms and all details that you need to know about signing up. The video you need to create for camps, which basically just gives the camp an insight into your personality and any skills and hobbies that you have that you'd include. My video was about 1.5 minutes long, so it's super duper easy and you can just film it on iMovie, so you don't need any computer skills there. You'll also have an interview with a Ccusa area rep once you've filled in and submitted your online application form, and it's a very casual and informal interview. I do interviews in Melbourne myself and I love meeting everyone. It's so much fun and I basically just hype up everyone who's applied and we basically just talk about the 3 top skills that you've put on your application that you'd be happy to teach at camp. So you can be hired for anything to do with arts and crafts, sports, waterfront, literally anything. If you have a qualification or you coach a sport or an arts and crafts, really anything, you're in very high demand for camps. Ccusa has placed every applicant over the past years, which is incredible, and they've really given everyone the summer of their lives. Or for me, 3 summers of my life. I'm going back for my 4th summer next year and I couldn't be more excited. But on a different note, you don't necessarily need to be hired by a camp for any of the skills that you put down. You could also be hired as a general counsellor, which means that you go around with your division of campers all day to every single activity. And honestly, I don't think being a specialist or a general there is a better one or a less off one. I think that both are just as incredible. You have the exact same experience, just in different areas of camp. The application process can take days, weeks, or months. There is really no definitive answer on this one. For me, I got placed within the 2 weeks of having my interview and getting accepted to the program. Don't lose heart if you don't get hired straight away. You have the job fair to look forward to get placed at, and also camps are hiring all the way through to April, May, June, so there's plenty of time to get placed from now till then. Can you apply directly to US summer camps? And the answer to this one is it's not recommended to, because Ccusa and summer camps have been placing people at their camps for decades and decades now. Even some camps have been around for over 100 years. And they do a really amazing job at matching you to the perfect camp that you're gonna thrive in. So I definitely recommend trusting the process and going through the application process, going to the job fairs if you're seeing this before your job fair in your nearest city. And yeah, the next question is tips for the job fair. So it's a very exciting day. I know a bunch of you are probably very nervous, but please don't be. Just like camp, the job fair is so informal and casual, but also do remember that it is a job interview as well. So be confident, smile a lot, bring your best A game, and you have to talk yourself up to the camp directors. They're the most amazing and fun-loving people, just like camp is. Make sure to mention why you'd be a great fit for their camp, what your skills are, what you love. I know that my friend actually got hired at my camp. On her application she wrote that her favorite food was mashed potato, and my camp director just thought that was really funny and a great insight to her personality. She's just the greatest, such a funny person, and he ended up interviewing her and the rest is history. Back to the job fairs. Bring any qualifications that you have. So for me myself, I'm a gymnastics coach at my camp, So if I was to go to the job fair, I would bring all my qualifications, the gymnastics one, sport coaching, my first aid and CPR form, but that is not compulsory at all. You don't need to have a particular skill or qualification to work at a summer camp. Please remember that. Anyone can work at camp. Be yourself, because that is what a camp director wants to see, and they really want to get to know you, your personality, and to see that you'll be a great match for their camp. Also, make sure that you have looked at camp prior to going to the job fair and picked out your top 3 or 4 camps that you want to speak to. So traditional camps, Girl Scout camps, specialty camps, really anything. Have a look at them online, pick your top 3 or 4 and go and have a chat to them, but also have a chat to the other camps around, because once you meet a camp director, you may just bond and get along with them really well and end up going to that camp. Okay, this is probably my most requested question because I have gone through this 3 times now, but how do you manage camp with uni? Is it possible to do both? In some situations it's very difficult, in some situations you can definitely make it work. I spoke about this more in, I forgot what I named the video, but it's the video that I'm wearing a blue t-shirt. So check that video out for an in-depth explanation about that. My first year I took a gap year. My second year I did my first semester and did an exam early and then deferred my second semester. Last year I did a full year, but my second semester I had a bunch of electives saved up. So I did those electives online while I was traveling and at camp, which was tough at times, but so worth it. I recommend talking to your course coordinators, maybe even having a meeting with them, seeing what you can do prior to going in and just winging it. I don't recommend that at all. And next year I'm gonna do a full year of uni, it's my final year, so I'll check back in about a year's time to tell you how that went. I'm hoping for the best. Another question about the job fair is, what sort of questions should you ask a camp director? This is a really great question. Make sure you have researched the camp before going in, but ask about their day-to-day. Ask the camp director about their favorite traditions about camp and what their big events are for the summer, because just like me and you, they love talking about camp as well, and it's a great insight to have into their camp. The next thing I'm going to talk about wasn't actually a question, is religious camps. Most people don't select religious camps on their specific camp types that they want to work at. There are camps to teach Bible studies and about religion, but the vast majority of camps in the US, the kids come from a religious background, whether that's Jewish, Christian, really anything, but it doesn't mean that your camp is going to be teaching Bible studies or talk about religion all that much. On my camp type addendum for religious camps, I just said that I wouldn't be comfortable teaching Bible studies or teaching religion while I'm at camp, but you don't want to be eliminating a really big majority of camps that have campers from a religious background. On the east coast of the US, where both the camps that I've been at are, the kids are from a Jewish background. For that, all we basically do are Friday night services, which is actually a really lovely night. It's family night at camp, so they have this challah bread at dinner, and then afterwards we have Camper of the Week speeches, sport awards, announcements, and a wrap up of what a lovely week of camp it has been. Can you go even if you are out of school for a year? Yeah, you can apply to camp anytime. So you can apply while you're finishing your year 12 exams, you can apply when you're 29 years old. Camp really has no age, and you can have the best time. Some of my best friends are 18, 29, 25. I'm 22 myself, and I almost forget that my friends are from all different ages. It really doesn't make a difference, and we just have the best time. Can you give a rundown on how the day works, please? I assume this is about the job fair. The camp directors have a little chat to everyone in a room before they have the actual fair, which is a great insight to what each particular camp is like. If it's a specialty camp, underprivileged kids camp, a special needs camp, traditional camp, basically everything you could possibly ask for. They have a little Q&A section, and then you'll go into the room and talk to all the camp directors, and hopefully you'll get hired. Walk around, have a great chat to them, have a chat to the other applicants as well, see what they're feeling about different camps, get rid of all those nerves, hype yourselves up, and keep a big smile on your face. If you get hired at a camp at the job fair, you go over to the photo booth and take some really cute pictures, and you can put the camp name, and basically from there start booking that visa appointment and getting ready. Share the excitement on Facebook with family and friends or with me. Please message me once you get placed at a camp, because it really makes my day when I get messages about people getting placed, and just sharing the excitement is such an exciting time. How did you take out cash in the US? Was there a certain amount recommended to bring? Yes, actually. So you should take at least $300 US with you to camp, just to cover anything that may happen. Buying snacks at the airport, the best part. Water bottles, because you can't actually take water through security at the airport, so you can buy it on the other side of the terminal. If you take a travel money card, which I really recommend, it's so easy to use. I know Combank has a really great travel card, and you can just transfer money from one account to your travel account. Then you can take out cash at any ATM really, particularly at Walmart and any grocery stores, pharmacies, 7-Eleven type stores. What are they called? Oh, like a gas station over there. They may have a $2 withdrawal fee, but it's the convenience, I guess, of taking money out. Even if you're at Whole Foods, you get a great salad and you want to pay with cash or card. Some places maybe cash only, some places are card only because they're very ethical. And yeah. Do camp directors expect you to be advanced if applying for a specialty job, e.g. water skiing? No, you can really do anything. Camps also can train you at camp. So I know on Waterfront, for a lot of camps, they have all the waterfront staff come in a week or two early, and they train them up with the US lifeguarding certificate, water skiing, boating, really anything. I know they do it for outdoor adventure and ropes as well. Not all camps do this, but some do. So there are no expectations at all. Just head in with an open mind, write genuinely and honestly what your skills are, where you are, beginner, intermediate or advanced, and the rest will be taken care of. What does a typical day at camp look like? Oh, this is my favorite. So in the morning, you can get up nice and early, go for a run, go to the gym, go for a swim, talk to family and friends back home. There is always time to call home. Camps understand that you're coming from halfway across the world, so you can get up early, you can call your family during your time off, at night, really whenever it works for you, works for your family. Anyway, so reveille is the lovely sound. It's time to rise and shine and start your day. This could be at 7:30, 8 o'clock. I know it differs for different camps. Some camps, the older kids get up at 9 o'clock and then meet everyone up at breakfast or go in for a second sitting of breakfast. Some camps do one sitting with everyone, which I love, and some camps do 2 different sittings because the dining hall is just so crazy in the mornings. From there, you'll have a few activities. You may have a general swim, which everyone goes down to the lake and the pool and just hangs out on the hill and has a great time as a camp. Then you'll have lunch, a rest hour, which I love, silent rest hour. We turn off the lights, everyone sits down, reads, draws. My favorite part is just to sleep during rest hour if you're not on duty. And then from there, you'll have more activities, possibly more general swim time, and then you could have a shower hour or getting ready for dinner time, and then evening activities, which could be Friday night services, a circus show, could be a lip sync battle. Could be division meetings, division activities, ropes courses, pool parties, socials, boating and s'mores, waterfront, everything in between. I love evening activity. It's such a nice part of the day. Although the mozzies, mosquitoes are out more, so make sure you pack bug spray, or if you're like me, you don't like bug spray, you just kind of embrace the mosquito bites, but make sure not to pick them. If you know, you know. If you are vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, or have any dietary requirements at camp, what happens there? So camps do a really good job at taking care of you. I am vegan myself, and there are a few of us at camp, and my camp, I'm so grateful for, has a vegan option at every single meal. Not all camps do cater. Also make sure you bring it up in your interview if the camp director doesn't talk about it, and they'll let you know whether they cater for vegetarians, vegans, gluten-free, dairy-free, celiac. Are there any downsides of camp other than it being tiring, low pay? So the tiring part about camp's kind of my favorite because you're all just exhausted together. Camp isn't really about making money. I know as an Australian, we mostly don't even break even, but that's okay. The only really downside of camp is not being there 12 months of the year. I wish it was 2 for 10 rather than 10 for 2. Make sure you rest when you can and talk to people as much as you can in the first week, and throughout the whole time that you're at camp, bond with your campers, co-counselors and management. Because having support at camp is so important, and make sure that you don't neglect your family and friends back home. Give them a call, FaceTime them, and make your area at camp very homey, which I did speak about in my camp video called about what to expect at a summer camp. I think it's the first Q&A video I made, so you have to scroll back about a year and a half ago. What is your favorite part about being gymnastics staff at camp? Oh, I love that you asked this question. My favorite part about being gymnastics staff is meeting all the general counselors, seeing all the specialty when they don't have a period and then come to spend it with their kids, meeting all the kids at camp when they come to join, and being able to share my passion for gymnastics and coaching with everyone who comes along. Everyone loves gymnastics, the trampolines, the floor, the bars, I love it. Also, I love being able to jump around and really get involved. Also spend time working on my own personal skills in gymnastics when I don't have a session or it's free play, rest hour, and when I'm not on duty. I sometimes even go in the morning and work on some tumbling, bar skills, or just general fitness. It's such a fun place to be. I also bring my friends along so I can spot them as well. Savings, budgeting, post-camp travel, and using your grace periods. So before and after camp, you get 30 days before your visa starts and after your visa ends to travel the USA. I always spend the 30 days afterwards. For budgeting, when you're at camp, I would say you can probably manage on $50 to $100 a week, even less, depending on how many snacks you buy and what you do on your days off. I know that I love getting lots of snacks from Whole Foods, getting whole food salads, and getting lots of juices, smoothies, the things that I don't necessarily have at camp, and that adds up a lot, but it's worth it in my perspective. And yeah, for post-camp travel, if you spend it at hotels, it can definitely add up a lot more. I like traveling in an RV after camp with my best friends. This year we spent about $850 US each just for the RV. We also had petrol costs, food costs, filling up the water and dumping our waste costs, and just about everything else that comes along with it. I can't think on the spot, but I would say about $500 a week, also just to cater for any in-between costs and surprise costs that you may encounter on the way. Also some shopping. So they have fantastic outlets. If you're on the east coast of the US, the Woodbury Commons are amazing. In terms of days off, it really varies on the camp. My camp goes for 8 weeks time, including our orientation week at the beginning, and we get 5 days off over the whole summer. And they are fantastic. We can relax, spend the time with great friends. I do really miss my campers on that day though, and they are so excited to see you when you get back. On days off, you can explore your local town, you can go to lakes, pools, beaches. We hired an Airbnb this year for a day off and relaxed by the pool, went to Whole Foods and had the best time. We've gone to local parks and just hung out. Last year we went to a sunflower field and went on a hike to watch the sunset from the most gorgeous view over a lake. Me and my friends also make sure we catch the sunset on our days off, whether it's at camp by the lake with some yummy Japanese food that we get from in town. If you just search up things to do in Pennsylvania, things to do in blah blah Connecticut, things to do in the town you're in New York, I'm sure there'll be so many opportunities for you. From the US, you can also head on over to the UK. It is only about a 7-hour flight from New York City, and I've done this twice now. This year wasn't planned, but camp friends can be very convincing, especially when you miss them a week before camp even ends. Also, if you're from the UK, you can continue your adventures from America to Australia to see some camp friends and to experience a different side of the world. You can head up to Canada and get the IEC visa, which is a 2-year work experience visa where you get to work anywhere in Canada. You can work in an office, you can get a sponsored job, You can work in retail, hospitality, and even work a ski season, which honestly looks like the best time. I would really love to do that at some point in my life. Alrighty guys, that is all the questions we have today. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a lot. Again, if you have any more questions, please message me on Instagram. This is my Instagram handle here, or leave a comment down below. I always answer my comments and Instagram DMs. I know all the nerves and excitement you guys are feeling right now, so please send messages. Good luck on your applications. I hope this video inspired you to apply to summer camp and get ready to have the best summer of your entire life. Ccusa does an amazing job at looking after everyone who applies, and I couldn't be more grateful for them and all the help they've given me. Have a great rest of your day, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is where you live. Have a lovely Christmas if you're watching this before Christmas this year, and I'll see you next time. Bye.